I think animation for me is the magic of taking sheets of paper in the beginning and artwork and tactile things and making them into moving objects. I think there's a bit of magic to it for me, that you're just taking inanimate things and giving them life.
Well, I guess we both worked at Pixar Animation Studios before. And while we were at Pixar, we made this independent short called The Dam Keeper, kind of on the side. And I guess that got us excited about creating something on your own and finding out that there are so many things that you don't know about filmmaking, even though we had worked in animation, production for a long time, for over decades. But still, we realized there are so many challenges that we didn't even realize that we had to make a film, and we told ourselves that we have to kind of keep challenging ourselves and kind of leave this comfortable nest of working at a big studio and see how it goes, I guess.
Yeah, we really didn't. I think a lot of people, when you start a company, you know exactly what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. When we left, Pixar's an amazing studio, and telling our families we were going to leave to go do our own thing was a bit of a tricky conversation. But at the end of it, the reason why we did it was really for growth. We just felt like we were both in the art department, and it's a very kind of unique perspective on filmmaking from the art department. And we just thought we needed to see more about filmmaking to even become better art directors. And so we did this little project which led to a lot of chaos and craziness that is the production of a film. And but we loved it. We loved the kind of feeling that every day was really exciting, because by the end of the day, you'd create more footage, but also terrifying because you didn't know what was going to break, whether it was technology or relationships and so we got addicted to that and decided to start our own studio to basically pursue making our own content film.
I guess one thing that's unique about animation compared to live action, I can imagine, is that everything has to be built from scratch, from nothing. So that requires a lot of planning, smart planning. Otherwise, it'll take forever. Usually, you don't even finish, and requires a lot of people involved in the project. So in terms of planning and producing, that just really is one of the biggest challenges, I feel like. Even if it's a small project, you still need to rely on a lot of people doing amazing artistic work.
Yeah, it really is like a magic trick. I think working in CG animation, you don't think about it, but a mug on a table in a shot was made from nothing. Should it have a crack? Should the handle be cracked? How old is it? What's the patina on it? Do they drink coffee? Do they drink tea? Like, all of those decisions you don't go to a prop shop and kind of grab something. It really is invented, including the performances. They're like puppets. So I think one thing that I think a lot of people have a hard time wrapping their head around is the amount of time it takes, and what do you do with all that time? And that's what we're doing, is actually, pixel by pixel, we're figuring out what's the story we want to tell, what's the mood, what's the lighting, what's the character saying, how do they perform, and trying to learn from all the great live action things, but also the fantastic quality of animation is you can really make it, the only limit really is your imagination.